All right, so hello, and this is our last of this weekend's threefer. Now, um, last 14th, right, 12, yeah, um, from June 14 to 16 of this year, we had the 2024 Philippine Toy Convention. Now, it's been I believe it's around 21 years already, and uh, and for the past and since 2006, my toy group, which we call ourselves the Toy Empire Entertainment, is has been displaying toys since 2006. So it's roughly around 18 years, right? And it started out pretty small. Started out as just any group would like to display toys, and we just display the things that we have until it grew bigger and bigger and bigger until we they had to institute a toy gallery, um, and we kept displaying toys. Now, I started really going into it hardcore by having a whole cab to myself last 2015. Yeah, 2015. And has continued on till now. So for the past 9, 12, 19, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19, and then we missed 2020 because of the pandemic, and I also missed 2021. So 22, 23, 24. So I guess if ever it's going to be 10 years, but with 8 straight cons, I've had my own display cabinet for the group, and I've been displaying either dioramas. I've been displaying diorama. I've been displaying some figures that I have, and this year, something different. For last year, I did vinyl toys. Some of my quicks, which is he's a Filipino toy maker and graphic artist and graffiti artist, and I basically displayed my quicks collection there. Um, it's actually the easiest convention that I did because they're all pretty light. They're vinyl toys, and some people called it a flex, but for me it's easier. It's lighter, uh, and for this year, they did something different because previous years it's different toy groups that some of them have specialties like some of them would just go purely on Barbies. Some of them would just be purely on GI Joe. Some would be in purely Marvel figures, and our group, Toy Empire, we I think we're called Toy Empire Media as our official name. So, or entertainment. I think Toy Empire Media, and because another store took the name. Now, what we are what the people call chop suey collectors because we collect anything we want. It's actually, for me personally, I've only started collecting something really focused just around 2014, 2013. So we're basically chop suey collectors. We just display whatever we want. We just have a theme like a party or toy, and that's where we're gonna be doing it. But this year, they limited. No, they didn't limit. They wanted the toy gallery curated. So they have like a video game area, this part of the gallery were all video game related toys. One had movie related toys. One had anime related toys, and for some reason we were picked with TV series. Honestly, when I started, because I was planning to do I did quicks in 2023, and I was planning to do part 2 of my quicks in 2024. So I was because I honestly I actually have like a full, I mean 3 cab fulls. I can fill 3 cabs. I'm not flexing. It's just that I just have that. I think I believe I have that much quicks. So Uh, and I was planning to have that. I actually have an idea of what to do, but kind of it kind of ruined my plans because we got TV series, and Quicks is not a TV series; it's vinyl toys. And then we were talking about this a group that some of us were able to decide on it because one of them decided to put MTV figures, which is basically Funko Pops of MTV. We also have the Moon Man. One of our guys also has a lot of Marvel stuff, so we did Marvel. The X-Men '97 theme, and I had a hard time. I was contemplating not joining. But then it hit me like a ton of bricks. My main collection is a TV series. Yes. As you can see from my previous collection, from the previous videos that I've posted, that I like Kamen Rider. And I've started collecting Kamen Rider over the years. But I do have a main collection. And my main Kamen Rider, my favorite Kamen Rider is Kamen Rider Fourze, which I have collected for 10 years already. I still don't have all of them, but anything I can find, even if it's from a store, or even if it's from a thrift store, if it's from a secondhand shop, I'll get it. Okay, I'll get it. It's my favorite Kamen Rider collection, and it just hit me it's like a big block of cinder block slamming me in my face. Oh my God, he's a TV series. He is the 2011 rider, and it coincides with the toy convention that recently ended. And this time, this we just missed last week because of a work emergency, but it's just basically just around 2 weeks after the toy convention. And it's perfect timing that I already finished with Kamen Rider 000 Triple O Tatoba, and he is the 2010 rider, and we have the third rider of Heisei era series 2, which is Kamen Rider Fourze. He is the 2011 rider. And I'm just very excited because he is my main collection. If you can see again the community page, that is just like maybe 1% of maybe 5% of what I have, but those are the valuable ones. I have a head bust, I have the power dizer, I have vinyl figures, I have chibi figures, and I have SH figure arts of Kamen Rider Fourze. Now, the reason why I like it started out, to be honest, it started out as an accident when I started buying, because I like Kamen Rider, but I'm not really so sure on how or which to get, which to really stand, because there's so many, especially since the Heisei period, which is the 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 period from 1999 to 2019, had a rider every year, which will happen already. I guess it will have a rider every year, and so there's a lot to choose from. And there was a figure. This was a Ban Presto super deformed figure that I saw. That was the only figure left in a toy store. I said, that's pretty weird because the usual Kamen Rider would have a round head, or at least if it's going to be in other armor, let's say Kuuga um, or let's say Kamen Rider Deno, it's going to be symmetrical. But for Kamen Rider Fourze, it's like a rocket, basically a rocket. That's because and it's white. Most Kamen Riders are actually dark colored, and he's just pure white because actually it's a spaceman theme. It's more like astronaut theme for Kamen Rider Force. That's why, and not many people liked him. And when I got him, I said, okay, he seems cool. And then when I checked out the series, I loved it because the main character, who's Kamen Rider Force, who is Gentaro, is a high school student. It's actually, they're putting it at a pretty young setting. It's a high school. It's a science club, and he, instead of him being a hoodlum, or he's somebody who just wants to make friends with everybody, which is something, I mean, I can relate to. So I tend to make as much friends as I can, to talk to people, how meet them and then ask them how they are, and it's very positive. I mean, there's the usual bully, the mean girl, but at the end they all came together and they all wanted to be friends. And he is the main rider. Now, this is also coming at a special time because Kamen Rider 4 celebrates the 40th year of Kamen Rider. At the same time, it also started at a time of tragedy. And what tragedy was that? The Fukushima nuclear reactor disaster. Now, that's the reason why the developers wanted something which is more positive, which is the positive outlook, and at the same time, in trying to save money with regards to making new riders. This is actually the only Kamen Rider series with just two riders. Most of them, like my second favorite, which is Kamen Rider Revise. But coincidentally, Kamen Rider Revise is celebrates the 50th anniversary, while this celebrates the 40th anniversary of Kamen Rider. And so, like Kamen Rider Revise, they have Kamen Rider Revi or Vice, let's just combine them. So Revise, we have Kamen Rider Live, we have Kamen Rider Jean, we have Kamen Rider Aguilera as the protagonist, and even if you're gonna be adding Kamen Rider Demons, that's 5. Let's say for Kamen Rider Geats, I think it's also around 5. That's why this is also special because it's only two: Kamen Rider Fourze and Kamen Rider Meteor. Now you will be meeting Meteor in the succeeding videos. Actually, you might get, honestly, okay, I'm sorry, but since Fourze is my favorite, you're gonna get 4 weekends worth of Fourze because I'll tell you after this because we're gonna do something different for the next. Now, also it's one of the few all whites because it's actually more of a astronaut theme. Now, but what they did instead, since there's just one rider, actually basically one rider, they added weapon packs for himself. So it's just one figure. They just added different armor, which is usual, but they added additional weapons for himself. I will also be talking about that in future videos because yes, I've completed all of those weapons. Yes, I'm sorry, it's gonna be a flex because yes, I'm a Kamen Rider Fourze fan. It's going to be a flex. I have all 5 of the weapon packs and the special base. Yes. I also have the Power Dizer, which is the big robot, and I also have Kamen Rider Meteor. And I have a special figure, which is only found in the movie. So, now, his gimmick is, instead of, like for Tatoba are coins, which you put in his belt, which gives him the power, it is in switches. Yes, they're called switches. So they're basically like something like like a switch, like something that they put inside the belt. So it's like I guess it's like a gear or something. So it removes and he puts in different switches, which gives him different abilities for the weapons. As here, see, this is his driver, and so each of these switches can actually detach. So again, this is very, 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 very fragile because you can really lose this, especially since they're transparent. And I'm removing one. See how small the switch is? See how small the switch is? Yeah. And you actually, when you buy the figure and buy different armor, it actually detaches. So we really have to be very careful with this. Articulation is still as usual SHF perfect. But one thing is I have to tell you, this is an old figure. This is the first release. So if you're going to be looking at the box, this is the box. It still has an open space for you to see. Actually, for the space theme, actually the Kamen Rider Fourze, it has a space theme. It has a space theme, so it's still really personalized. Even the plastic covering of it is personalized. As you can see, some of the planets and the figure. Another thing I like is the back. Yes, photography. As you can see, these are the different types of weapons that he has. For this figure, which is the base states, which is the original figure, he already comes with 2 weapons. His 2 iconic weapons are, which is the the rocket and the drill. It's funny because when he activates a switch, each of his four limbs becomes something. So like when he changes the arm, it becomes a rocket. Then he can fly with the rocket. And then when he's going to attack and give the signature Kamen Rider kick, it becomes a drill. This limbs. Now it can change. Like one of his arms can become a radar if he needs to find anything. The other foot will become a missile pod to fire missiles. It changes. They have different types of weapons. Actually, it's a lot, and it makes it special. But at the same time, that doesn't even include his other states. Like he has a magnet state wherein he has two magnets they're also like cannons. There's an electric state where he has a sword. So I guess in terms of they may have saved money in terms of saved money in terms of not adding riders, but for the rider itself they added a lot of equipment. I guess it might be cheaper. Now, for his figure itself, I already took the figure out because I love him. Is this one? It has you can detach the arm and it becomes a rocket, and you can detach the leg, it becomes a drill. Now it has an extra arms for posability. Yes, it only have 3 sets of arms, including the fist. I'll show it later, and the switch, the special switch. Now the switch here is it is for the drill hand, drill foot, I guess, for the switch. Okay, see how small that is. See how fragile that is. So it's very, very fragile, right? And in the future videos, I'll be showing the different types of weapons that he has. Actually, a lot of them I haven't opened yet. I really don't know why, but I haven't opened them yet. So these are the figures from inside. But as a bonus, of course, now Kamen Rider, most of the Kamen Rider from the Heisei era all had bikes. And actually, of course, I'd buy the bike. And the name of the bike is called the Machine Massigler. This is what the Machine Massigler is. I love the posing here. And again, it's specialized, you know. By the way, this is an old box. I had it like, since I had it for more than 10 years already. And yeah, I can see that it's been worn because I always open and close it up. There, so it's pretty old, it's worn, you know, but I love it. I love this figure. I love it. You can see in my community, it's just a small fraction, but it's the one that I really like. And I felt so fulfilled posing it. I felt so fulfilled finally since 2000. Since I started collecting Kamen Rider Fourze, that I was able to display him, and I felt so proud of myself that I finally got to display my favorite figure, and people knew him. Beside us was the SH Figure Arts Collectors Philippines. I'm also part of that group, but I don't join because we do have Toy Empire, and they appreciated my figures. They appreciated Fourze. It felt so good, you know. I felt so vindicated that I was able to display these figures, and one of them actually watches my videos. So thank you very much. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and thank you for appreciating Fourze, because this is actually pretty maligned. People think he's boring. People think Gentaro's attitude was too positive, but it's a happy one for me. He reminds me of Iki from Revise, which is always positive, which is why I like Revise as well. Now, take note. Remember that when Kamen Rider Den-O, I did a video on Kamen Rider Den-O, that the actor Takeru Sato became Rurouni Kenshin, right? Live action. Live action here, the actor became Bleach. Okay. So it worked out for him. So these are very happy with this. Now, the next thing I'll show you is the Machine Massigler. Now, the Machine Massigler includes secondary handles because it's wider so that they can hold it. It actually includes two switches. Yes, two switches, which I won't touch. And extra sets of hands. And also an extra weapon, which is the light. So you buy you buy the bike, you get extra weapons, you get extra hands. And this is the figure. It still fits. It's still with the rocket theme, the rocket space theme. So it's just like a rocket, right? It's so detailed that you can even see the panels. And now it also includes a stand for it to stand on its own. And it does have the SH figure art shocks. It moves and it does everything. It's super detailed. Right? It's one of my favorite. Of course, Fourze is my favorite, but I'm sorry, you can see the excitement in my voice. But this is the Machine Massigler. Of course, I'll get the bike, and it's very detailed for a figure that's 2011, right? So it's roughly 13 years old, and it still beats any figure that would come out. And so this is just actually a first of 4 videos that I'll be doing, because we'll be doing this. We're doing the power dizer and the weapons. We're going to be doing Kamen Rider Meteor, of course, Meteor, and we're going to be talking about that special figure. It's Kamen Rider, not the Shiko. So we're going to be talking about them. Then after that, we're going to be moving on to Kamen Rider Wizard, who is the next rider. So again, for everybody, thank you very much for sharing this with me. He is my favorite figure, and look how awesome he looks, right? He's my favorite figure. Thank you very much for letting me share this with you. For people who went to the toy convention and saw this display, thank you very much. He was part of my display. And guys, thank you very much for watching my videos and sharing this time with me, because this is my favorite series. And again, thank you very much. Hope that you get to enjoy what you want to enjoy and the things that you can collect.